back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Elle. I do mostly bookish videos, but sometimes other stuff too. I took a bit of a week off. I didn't upload last week, but when Mexican Mother's Day and US Mother's Day fall on 2 different days, it can be a bit of a hassle. But I am back and I am here to show you some of the books, all of the books that I have bought in the past few months. It's not a lot, it's only I think 9 or 10 books what I'm going to show you, but regardless, I bought some books and I wanted to share them with you. First up, I have Lore by Alexandra Bracken. This one I actually bought at my local bookstore, but they had it brand new. I believe this is like Greek gods reincarnated as modern day people, or like the gods just being in modern day. I feel like there was a lot of hype when this book was coming out, like everyone was really excited for it, but I don't know if I've seen reviews. I'm not necessarily going out and actively looking for them, but I haven't really heard reviews or like what's being said about this book. But regardless, I thought this cover was absolutely stunning and I had credit with my local bookstore. I really like Greek mythology, Greek gods. I don't know a lot, like I'm not an expert on Greek mythology, but I like to read it. I recently read Circe and that was, it was so good. I really enjoyed it. So hopefully this will also be enjoyable. Next, I have A Court of Silver Flames. Does anyone else want to say A Court of Silver and Flames? Because how are you gonna switch up the format, the pattern of the books? Regardless, A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. This is the Cassian and Nesta story, and this one was actually purchased for me by my fiance for Valentine's Day. I love that man so much. I actually started, not really much at all, but I kind of started this book. I made it to chapter 3. I'm a sucker for the ACOTAR series. I love all of the characters. I just love this series. So I'm expecting great things. I'm gonna love it. I mean, I absolutely loved A Court of Frost and Starlight, which everyone else seemed to not have been a fan of, but I loved it. So I already know this is gonna be a 4 or 5 star read. It just is what it is. I also have The Iron Raven by Julie Kagawa. This is part of the new Iron Face series that the author has put out. This is the first book. I believe it's going to be a trilogy. Again, kind of similar with the ACOTAR books. The Iron Face series is one that is so near and dear to my heart. I love it. It's a big part of my childhood. The first true series that I read and stuck with and loved. So of course I had to go out and buy this the second it came out. Fairy Loot just sent me an email that they're doing a special edition cover that looks so good. So stunning. It's about $50, not including international shipping. So if anyone would like to donate to the cause, let me know. Again, this is gonna be a 5-star read. It's one that I love all of the characters. I missed this world so much. This was actually in my anticipated reads video for 2021. Twice Shy by Sarah Hogle. I know you've heard me say it. You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogle, the author's debut novel, but I'm not sure. Absolutely love that. Favorite book of 2020, my favorite new comfort read. That book brings me such joy and such warmth into my heart. I'm expecting great things with Twice Shy, and not gonna lie, my expectations for this book are so extremely high. I really hope that is not my downfall. I don't know a lot about this book, but I know it features like the sunshine character and like grumpy, grouchy love interest, which that just sounds like a good old fun time. So hopefully I will love it as much as I loved You Deserve Each Other. Also purchased brand new is Yolk by Mary H.K. Choi. This is one that I actually have heard really great things about on Twitter. A lot of people seem to really enjoy it. Apparently it's a really heart-touching, heartwarming story. I believe it is about 2 sisters who are complete and total opposites, which seems to have caused some friction as they were growing. They started off as really close sisters and just seem to float away from one another as they grew. I think one of them gets cancer, and so that kind of forges them back together. I love a good family story, so I hope I enjoy it as much as everyone else has. I haven't read much by Mary H.K. Choi. After I purchased this book, I did read on Kindle Emergency Contact, and I think I gave that either a 3.5 or 4 stars. I enjoyed it. The characters were relatable, I feel like. Hopefully I will enjoy this as well. And since we are on Mary H.K. Choi, I did also get Permanent Record off of Thrift Books. Emergency Contact was not available in the condition that I wanted, which is why I had to read it through my library. This is one that I had seen a lot in bookstores when it came out, and I remember loving the cover. I'm such a sucker for like unique, cool covers or like really interesting dust jackets. So this is one that I had been wanting to purchase, but again, I just couldn't bring myself to buy it at full price. It's hard, okay? This economy is not what it used to be. Unfortunately, I am failing as a booktuber and I don't know much about this book, but reading the synopsis, it seems to be about a college dropout who becomes friends or forms a connection, a kind of friendship with a popular influencer. So it seems to be just two total opposites coming together. But really, this cover really gets me, and like I said, I enjoyed Emergency Contact. So hopefully this and Yolk are books that I will also enjoy. And if I don't, at least I have a really cool cover to make up for it. The next 3 books I'm going to share are actually all part of the same series, part of the Queen of Hearts series by Colleen Oakes. And if you've been on my channel for any amount of time, I think you've started to see the pattern, but this channel runs on like the Iron Fey series and Alice in Wonderland. Like those are my 2 favorite books. I have no idea what this is about. I know it's some kind of Alice in Wonderland retelling, reimagining, something related to Wonderland, and I had to have it. And that's really all I can say about this. The first book is Queen of Hearts, again by Colleen Oakes. This I purchased off of Thrift Books. It was fairly inexpensive. I just know that this cover, all 3 of the books together look really, really stunning. So that's all that matters, really, clearly. The second book is Blood of Wonderland, and this is like an all red and black cover. Funnily enough, I actually purchased this book first because I saw it at my local bookstore and it was only $4 or $5, and I saw Wonderland on there and I thought I had to have it. It wasn't until I looked on Goodreads that I noticed it said this was book 2. Obviously had to get the other 2 books since I already had the second one. Finally, the series wraps up with War of the Cards. This one wrapping it up with a red and black cover. So I just think whoever designed these book covers, 5 out of 5 stars. They did fantastic. I mean, look at these. They look so pretty on the shelves. And finally, the last book I have recently purchased. This one that has been sitting on my shelf. It is Ace of Shades by Amanda Foody. Finally. This one I got off of Thrift Books, and if you watched my review on Thrift Books, you will know that I mostly order in brand new condition, but Ace of Shades is so hard to find. Used, new, in decent condition. So this one I had to actually bring it down to like pretty good condition. The spine is cracked. The dust cover is a bit more loved than what I'm used to or to what I prefer. It's also got a really weird smell, but I really, really enjoyed this series and I wanted to own it. So, I mean, this is what I could find. So this is what I purchased. Ace of Shades is a Las Vegas-y feel fantasy book. Think of like Ketterdam almost, but more magical. Those are all of the books I have recently purchased. Definitely a lot more than what I bought during all of 2020, but like I said, since I discovered Thrift Books, I feel like it's been a little bit more easier to buy books that I've been really interested in at a more discounted price. Let me know if you've read any of these books. Which do you recommend I start with? I don't know. I'm thinking I need to start The Iron Raven, but I also want to finish A Court of Silver Flames, but I also want to start on the new Wonderland series. I don't know. You leave me a comment down below. Where do you think I should start? That's it to this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. My name is Elle. I'm a mess, and I'll see you in next time's video.